Howdy. So, today I wanted to talk about another one of my favorite subjects. I wanted to talk about butter and butter robots. I got a shirt on. My shirt is topical today. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, y'all like that, don't you? Mm. So anywho, I wanted to start with a parable I heard in a game a long time ago, and to be honest with you, I don't remember if it was The Apprentice or if it was Knights of the Old Republic, but it stuck with me, and it stuck with me basically my whole life. And I'm not going to recount it as well as the game did at the time, obviously, but it's something I wanted to share because it stuck with me. So there was this Jedi born, and he was very gifted in the Force. All of his life, all of his instructors and mentors told him he had a great Jedi destiny. He was strong and smart and capable, and he would do great things with the Force. So later on in his life, after he'd completed his training and he'd gone out and he was participating in the Sith Wars, he he was in a battle on a star destroyer, one of the largest fleets in the Sith Armada, or largest ships in the Sith Armada, and he dueled a famous Sith Lord because he had a great Jedi destiny. How could he possibly lose? Well, he lost the duel, and his body fell into the engine of the Star Destroyer. It was sucked in after the duel was complete, and it clogged an air vent on a critical port of the ship, and it blew up the whole ship. So it turns out he did have a great destiny. He was going to destroy one of the strongest ships in a Sith fleet. However, fate wasn't rewarding him. He wasn't he wasn't being, chosen. I mean, his destiny was ultimately to die horribly. Like that was his destiny. But it was still great because he died horribly in a way that was spectacular. And to that end, the shirt, right? So in Rick and Morty, it's another pop culture parable, I guess. Rick and Morty, during one of the episodes, kind of almost as a backseat to whatever they're talking about, Rick's working on this little robot here, and the thing comes comes up to him after he finally gets it all wired up and says, "What is how'd that go? What do I do?" And Rick said, "Pass me the butter." So the thing wheels over there, grabs him the butter, wheels it over to him, and he scoops his butter up and puts it on his pancake. And the thing looks at him and says, "What is my purpose?" And Rick says, "You pass butter." And the thing looks at its hands and says, "Oh my God." Hence this shirt. Ugh. So over engineering, perhaps, but who's to say that's not you, right? Who's to say that you have some great destiny, or that the things that create you care about you for more than one specific purpose? You have no knowledge, you have no way of knowing. And I mean, who's to say you were created at all, but you're here, so something's thinking you up, right? At some level you exist, so there's something doing that. I mean, I suppose you could consider it to be, random occurrence, chance, but even then, obviously it doesn't care about you. Chance does not care about you, and maybe fate doesn't care about you. I mean, certainly there are people in this world who are born and die horribly and do nothing great in between except suffer. There's no enrichment to their existence. It's just suck. That happens. I've seen it. I know people like that. Yeah, this wasn't supposed to get this depressing. Holy cow. I really talked myself into a corner here. I also wanted to go on and talk about Lovecraft's creations. So Lovecraft has this dark and twisted universe that he thought up, and I think it's great. A lot of authors have built on it since then, and it's a staple universe. People, I mean, the Warcraft universe is built on. I don't know if most of you know this, but it's built on Lovecraftian themes. Some of the Warcraft old ones are straight up pulled out of Lovecraft lore. Um, I mean, there's more than just Warcraft too. Like, I don't know. There's a ton, right? Like the Thing is a pretty popular one. Uh, what was another one that came out recently? Bird Box, I want to say. All those silent horrors are kind of Lovecraftian themed. But if you really look at the evidence that the universe has provided for you, it seems something similar to that is far more likely than something similar to a personal God that cares about everyone. Because you don't see that interaction. I mean, in a real, tangible, testable way, you don't see that. But what you do see is things dying horribly, things consuming each other, the fight, the struggle, all of that to survive. That's what you see. That's what the universe provides you with for context clues as to what's going on here. It doesn't provide you with happy things. Those are things you create. And I would like to say that those things are important, right? So just because the universe is this cold, callous, uncaring, cruel place doesn't mean that the things that warm your heart and bring you joy, like kindness and compassion, aren't important. I would say that it makes them all that much more important because they're unnatural. They're not things that the universe naturally goes out of its way to provide you with, but they are things that we as humans care about and should care about, right? I mean, who doesn't want the life to be good for every living thing? I mean, you could say I don't want life to be good for people that leech off the system and blah 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 blah, but that's just because resources are short. Like if there were infinite resources, you would want a good life for those people. If you weren't fighting for a loaf of bread against them, or if you didn't feel like they were taking advantage of you to get their loaf of bread, like goodwill should be something inherent to human nature. And if the universe is designed in such a way that, you know, we must fight, we must kill, we must destroy, well, isn't it all that much more important that we fight against the natural order and build those good things? Fight nature, fight order, or the natural order, and build our own, where there's a world where good things happen because we made them happen. And ultimately, I think it's very important that we all make this recognition consciously, right? We all acknowledge that, hey, maybe the default isn't that we're shit and the universe is good. Maybe we flip that narrative on its head and we say, hey, the universe is shit, we're shit, we need to be good because we're the only good that's going to come from anything. The only good that's going to happen is the good that we do with our own two hands. So by damn, we should be doing it. I think that's very important. So, on the back of that rant, I'm going to get into some games here. Some games! After the break. Alright, back at it again today. I don't have enough gold to queue into the arena open. Much as I would like. I'm not just rocking that much gold or gems to play in this. Whoa, that was delayed sound effect. So, what I'm actually doing is just going to be some more standard event. Boop! Get some more 30-minute games in. And yesterday, instead of doing my stream, I reviewed a bunch of footage and kind of came up with a game plan as far as how this deck wins. So we'll see if I can do any better with it today. Just thinking about my matchups, thinking about, what I'm fighting and how to fight it. Got Wind Robbers, Calls. We can make card advantage with Lurrus. If it's not mono white, we can Lurrus and then draw infinite cards with the Windrobbers. So I think that's okay. We'll see what we're fighting here. We're fighting mono red. Alright. Well, maybe we, yeah, I don't think we play out the other Windrobber, right? Not yet. We're going to want to 1-for-1 that Charger. And we don't want to get 2-for-1 with it, or by it, so we don't play out the Windrobber, because when it dies, it'll ping down the Charger, so... Well, that's the play. We just hold. Oh, red-white? Yeah, we take the 1-for-1. This is definitely going to be an outdraw type of scenario. Intimidator. I don't like that. But there's nothing I can do about it right now. Oh, I'll bet this is a... whatchamacallit, Winota deck. Yeah, this is definitely a Winota deck. I'm not gonna be exiling anything. Alright. Land. So we can play the other Windrobber, float enough to bluff that we can deal with this. Right? We float 2. So maybe he thinks, oh, he's got Counterspell. We avoid taking 4? Is heal for 4 worth it? I mean, he's got the +1/+1 to buff it. Right? But then he's not doing anything else except playing a 1/1. Just the Intimidator on the board. We're losing card advantage, but we're gaining life. Plus we can get card advantage. We've got nothing but card advantage, so we want life. So yeah, that gets pumped. That's fine. All he's got's 1 red, so we're still okay here. He can play out another land or whatever, or a Charger. That's fine. Sure. Okay, we've got a Thought Thief, which is good. Yeah, we can look at Thought Thief this turn. And what are we doing? Both the good things are 2 mana. I think we get another black in play here. But then, are we going to call here? Or are we going to Thought Thief? We'll Thought Thief next turn. So yeah, nothing. Just nothing. Call gets 2-for-1 by Charger, so I don't think we make that play. Okay. Well, he's got it, I guess. That's really rough. Goddamn, that lines up poorly here. Kind of a blowout. Okay. Full Blood Sheep's Thirst for the Intimidator. That's good. That's a sick rip. And then we can call. I don't want to call here. I think Lurrus is significantly better. Theory. Whenever you attack a player with one or more equipped creatures, draw a card. Okay. In that case, Lurrus Plus is probably good. Then Awakening just for extra mana. Yeah, I'm good with that too. If he's got removal, we're fine. We've got the call. There's them both sideways. Interesting. Ember Cleave. Oof, that's problematic. But we don't have any removal for it. We would need to draw removal right now, and we just don't have it. We can Cling, but Cling doesn't put us in a good position either. We need some way to deal with that Voyager, and we just don't have it because we just can't mill him. About my only option to stay alive is Lurrus. And then what? Wind Robber? That's even this isn't that good, right? It absorbs 3 and I stay alive. I need to Cling and see what I can draw, right? I'll even if I draw, it's not good enough, but sure, we'll draw. I am sure. Brutal. Dead at 2, and then we're dead to like a stomp or basically anything. Yeah, we're just too far behind here.
Help me remake this world.
Top of land. That won't do it. And then there's no way to draw. Good game. Too slow. Yeah, just needed more interaction there, and drew too many lands. But we'll stick with it. McDNA. MCDNA or McDNA? Going second, we got a couple eliminates and a Ruin Crab. It's a mirror match. Probably. I think I'm okay with this. A fine keep. Oh no, it's auras. Okay, alright, that's fine. We will want to kill that next turn. Drop the lock. Hey, that's an ace. We have to drown the lock for the Lurrus, which is going to be pretty nice. It's so good. Yeah. Play black here, right? Now we'll need a second blue source. Let's see if we can actually get him next turn. Maybe he'll hook something else onto it, and we can really get him. We stuck on land? Question mark? 8th Lytle on number 2. That's a problem. Draws 1 card, plays out another one. Doesn't get 2 draws off of it, though. So we've got that going for us, which is nice. Another drown in the lock? Sure. Just answer him 1 for 1. If we can get rid of these Eidolons, we can stop him from drawing his entire deck. Sure. Well, he's gonna get that in the graveyard basically no matter what. Sure, we'll allow it. Okay, another drown in the lock. This is where we can play out a Ruined Crab. We'll be pretty happy about it. Play down an Awakening. Enters tapped. Feel pretty happy about this turn. Just slow the bleeding. We will still need to hold 1 encounter spell for the Lurrus. And we obviously can't let those Eidolons resolve. And now we're in a spot where we can end the story next turn. Unless he plays down a land and calls Lurrus, in which case we have to float mana for it, but I think where we are is a pretty good end of the story turn. Unless we top a land, in which case we can hold it. But we're not going to want to we're not really going to want to, yeah, it's fine. Counterspell anything with the exception of Lurrus. So yeah. Okay, yeah, we're super happy with that. I don't want to do it at the end of his turn, though, because it seems like he's playing around it. On 9, he can go down to 7. Should be okay. Yeah, but the end of the story gets... Yeah, okay. Just play a land is so good. Literally any land. Oh, that's a good land. I think we'd rather actually scry here. Other Temple of Deceit, not what we're looking to see. He can do a thing and make the Archfiend's Vessel pop, but... Oh, now we've got Anicog for the Lurrus, so we can use the Drown as removal. If he activates it. Which you'd think he'd want to, right? Because what else has he got going on? Nothing particularly amazing. Activates the Lurrus. Excellent. This is all excellent for us. Okay. We're rocking 5 lands. We can go up to 6. There's the last Eidolon in the graveyard. We can Wind Robber here. We can activate the Lurrus, and we can make another. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll go blue because our hand looks like we might need blue. Actually, what do we have? Black and then 3 temples? Yeah, it doesn't matter, but sure, we'll pull a blue. Good enough. We've got some pretty good blocks we can make here. We've got the Drown that we can use to counter the any sort of escape he's got. I don't think we want the pathway here. We've got another land in hand, but maybe. Maybe we put it on top. Then we got the Thirst. Hard to say. We'll be on what? 6? That'll put us at 7 next turn. Then we can play 3 mana and yeah, maybe not. All right, we'll go with this. We'll go with this. Maybe being at 7 next turn would have been great because we could. Nah, still too early for Lurrus. Turn target from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Sure. I'm on no ropes. Uh-oh. So he repulls the Lurrus. That's fine. And then he'll go to replay it, and we will drown it. He swings with the Mire Triton. We can block with a Wind Robber and be pretty happy about it. I clicked on my graveyard. We're at 12. We can go lower. Let's see. Or we can Lurrus and replay the Wind Robber. And then hold the counter. Probably also fine. That's the mana efficient play. Or you can end the story and hold the Drown the lock. It's also not bad. I don't want to keep taking hits. I'd like to actually start contesting his board here. I think that's fine, and then we just play this out as a land. Obviously, we need to drown the Lurrus exactly. Anything that he plays onto our Lurrus, we allow. Plays out another Archfiend's Vessel. Okay. can't swing in. We've got a lot of draw here with Lurrus Windrobber. Thumbnail. Mostly we're looking for ways to just survive. We've stabilized at 12, which is pretty good. You can kill the vessels, but we can thirst the tokens. Potentially, anyway. Our opponent is roping us. He may explode momentarily. Quite unhappy about that counterspell on the Lurrus, it seems. So we draw a temple, but I think here we want to... I'll probably want to see what we draw. Yeah, let's see what we draw first. Clearwater Pathway, untapped land. Excellent, excellent. Seems like blue might be smarter. So we add blue. I think we want to end the story first here. In case we pull an Enforcer, which is wonderful. We can play out the Enforcer. And then play out the Windrobber. And we should be in a pretty good spot. Of course, if they have any way to revive the Lurrus, we might be in trouble. As we did not pull a counterspell there. But also, we're a good chunk of the way through their deck. We pulled an Enforcer, we've got more lands in hand. We've got ways to get the Lurrus back. Fiend Artisan. Woo! And an Archfiend's Vessel. Okay, we're going to go ahead and play out a Thought Thief here, because we can. Another Enforcer to get in play. That'd be pretty nice. I think it's important to get out our temple here. See what we can draw. Another island? Nah, we're not interested in that. Does getting the Enforcer out here matter? No, it does not. We're going to want to swing with our Windrobber. Our Thought Thief we can hold back. Yeah. Since our primary concern is just staying alive. Go ahead and activate, see what we draw. Another Windrobber, so an Enforcer here is good. Another Windrobber. Should get most of the way through their deck here. Another Windrobber. And then a Thirst onto the Fiend Artisan just for good measure. And we say go. Okay. Lifeform Blight, some mana fixing. And some draw. Down to 2 cards. Eternal Thirst. Alright, what's he got off the back of that? Anything? Doesn't appear so. Let's go. Interesting. We're not dead here either. So maybe just block here. Maybe just block here. Nah, I don't think I want any of those to hit. I don't know. Maybe I block everything. With the creatures that do not matter. Sure. There we go. We got there. Game number 2. Milled out. So, yeah, in my research yesterday, I found that most of my wins actually come from mill, so I need to adopt a much slower game plan. I've been playing this deck with the idea that aggro works, and it does if you draw it, but most of the time you're playing a slower game plan. You're on like a control player's clock. Like you just want the game to go on forever. So that's kind of how I'm trying to play now. Use the Thieves Guild's Enforcers to kind of stall out the board, and the Windrobber, you know, play it out, sack it, draw a card to try and keep up on card advantage, and etc, etc. It's a very complicated deck, but I'm enjoying learning to play it. Anywho, I gotta pee and grab some water. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back in the most rewarding and approachable format in Magic the Gathering Arena. Hope you're all enjoying the show. We're going to continue here. I don't know what that was, but we're going to continue here. Krakudo. Krakudo? Pretty strong opening hand here. Going first, eh? Now we even have the option of playing out the Wind Robber first turn. Fighting another rogue deck. We do not have a counterspell in hand. No counterspell, no end of the story. But two very good creatures, 3 lands. A call, I think we keep it. I think it's good enough. A land? Sure, if he mills it, I don't think we're that concerned. And the upside is land early game. Planes. Oh, it's cycling. It's cycling. Okay. Our game plan is still... No. Our game plan versus cycling is find the counterspell. I believe. Right? Do we need to just get on board with beating him down? Might need to get on board with just beating him down. I mean, this is the strongest mill plan we have. And ultimately, I think we're just going to need to be drawing. Fox is not terribly scary. Biggest thing I want to do this turn is activate Lurrus. Where's he at? 6. We can get him to 7. We can actually get him to 8 with Eliminate. I need to get Lurrus in play. And getting Lurrus in play is the best road to victory for me here. So, we take a turn off. Make a swamp, activate Lurrus, swing in with the Wind Robber. Take potentially 4 from the Fox, eliminate it, Lurrus. Certainly trade the Enforcer for the Fox here. He cycles a Stinger. Okay. I think that's a mistake on his part. If he was playing his Stinger, we would be in real trouble here. But he's not. Okay. And yeah, we need to be drawing here. He's not going to be able to swing with the Fox without some sort of removal for the Enforcer. Which is going to have to be Go for Blood. Yeah. Well, we're going to want the passage down this turn no matter what. We're going to want to make the swing. And we're going to want to get our draw here. Oof, it's an enforcer. Well, certainly we play out the Lurrus. What are we looking at for cards in graveyard? Probably not enough. Yeah, certainly we play out the Lurrus. We're going to sack this for another island. Make sure we've got the blocker in play in the form of the Wind Robber. I call that good. We got the Enforcer for the Fox. We can remove it next turn and start gaining life with Lurrus, if that's the only card on board. The Zenith Flare isn't quite on yet. And if he's Zenith Flaring our Lurrus, I think we're in a good spot. And he can't quite Zenith Flare yet. Because he's chose to cycle so much. Well, we have an end of the story, a Triumph, a Call, a Thieves Guild Enforcer. I think it's very important to eliminate here, actually. Just so we can get the extra swing in here. Now, if we pull, we did not. What are we looking at? 19? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lands, so he can realistically 15, 16? Yeah, we're safe this turn. Now, do we Ruin Crab? I think we will Wind Robber here, because we need the draw more than anything, so it's fine to play this out as a land and then play out the Wind Robber. No one for another 4. Oof. That might have been a mistake. Okay, lands. Good. That's not enough, I don't think. Yep. Okay. So, we definitely need exactly land plus Drown in the Loch. Well, we did not get land. Okay. We need exactly land off Wind Robber. Untapped land. We get it. Does it matter what color? No, I don't think it does. Guard a card. I don't think we'll need... Oh, we might get there with Ruined Crabs. Probably won't need that. Okay. So we have Drown in the Loch available next turn. Hopefully it doesn't have third Zenith Flare in hand. Really looking to go the distance with that Fox. I see. Okay. We need more draw here. Okay, none of those are what we were hoping for. Hmm. How many Zenith Flares have we seen? We've seen 2. We milled 1 earlier. There's still the potential that he has 1 more in hand. We need to sack here. No, we need a Temple of... No, we can't Temple of Deceit first. We need to sack here, and it needs to be a counter spell. Or we are just dead to... Okay. We could just die to 3rd Zenith Flare here. But we need to represent that we have counter spell? Question mark? Okay. Combat, yeah, we swing with everything. Right? No, we hold back 1 Enforcer. Oh, we can just flash 1 in? Nah. It blocks. And then... need to discard 3 cards. Okay. Swamp for sure. Oh, maybe not. Probably lose an Awakening. A Rune Crab. 2 Rune Crabs. 15. Yeah. Just lose all the Rune Crabs, actually. I need him to not have Zenith Flare number 3. Or draw it exactly this turn. As long as that's not Zenith Flare number 3, we're in a pretty good spot here. It's not. Okay, alright. And we get to whiff a Stinger, so that's pretty good. We're gonna hold a cheat or a Thirst for that Fox if he chooses not to attack with it. Super good. Super duper good. Okay, so he could still get there next turn. If I don't mill him out, he's on 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we can get there this turn, right? If we play out the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Yeah. That's enough. Yeah, that's just enough right there. Okay, we got there. Okay. We beat it by having the counter spells and getting the mill. Actually, did he have it? Was it in hand? It was in hand. He drew it last turn. Ho 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 ho. Oh, that's scary. That is terrifying. But we got there. Feels good, man. He did cycle a Stinger early on, though, so he might not have known how to play that matchup. The Stingers are what get us. No Reeve? Noirive? Norive? I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. I go first. Bunch of tap lands. Slow hand. Fighting. I don't know what. Sure. We will keep the slowest hand ever. Fighting I don't know what. Anycog. Sure. It does something. Potentially. Maybe. Fighting green. Okay. Landfall. Interesting. Oh, I bet it's that Felidar Retreat deck. Very interesting. Oh, I can represent a counterspell here? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Get in for one. Does he have any hasty stuff? Probably not being green-white, so I should just be good to attack here. I guess he could have had that flash thing. Eh, whatever. We can, odds are we can anti-cog whatever he plays, if it's threatening. Glass Casket. Sure. I mean, that's annoying on the Enforcer, but there's not much we can do about it. Land number 4. Sure. I don't think it matters what color this comes down as, but we have blacks in hand, so... I wonder if that's correct. On 4. Really hoping to get him for something big here. But we don't really have a follow-up. He just has Glass Casket number 2 for all of our things. Not firing off anything that warrants removal, really. Mildly annoying that I don't have any way to draw here. But I think I need to continue to represent a counter spell, because I have one. So, Lurrus can't turn on yet because we didn't top a land there. That really sucks. If that resolves, I probably lose. And I have no way to stop it from resolving, so... Damn it. This has slowed me down enough that I don't know that I'm going to actually be able to do anything here. Especially topping another thing like that. Just need to activate Lurrus to threaten nothing, I suppose. Destroy a creature, I don't know. I'm probably not winning with that on board. I'm certainly not winning with both those on board. I should have just held the anti-cogs. But yeah, retreat being alive without having a way to interact with it, just too much. In best of 3, I think I could beat that pretty handily, but best of 1, not knowing what I was getting into, I don't think so. Ricardo Petrardo? Ricardo Petrardo is who we're fighting this time. Going first. Don't know what we're fighting. Potentially mono red. Good keep against mono red. Good keep against pretty much anything, actually. This is a pretty solid hand. We have the option to destroy whatever he turn 1 plays. The option to make a turn 1 play ourselves. Represent danger on turn 2. See if he plays something worth counterspelling. Nope. He's one of those decks. Might actually be better for me, having seen the Mystical Dispute, to play out the Thought Thief right now. But he's probably got removal as well. I think I'm okay with that. Having seen the Dispute, I think it's important to get the Thought Thief in play. That means he can only use removal on it, which means he can't counterspell it. Right? Turn 3. We can potentially get him with another Wind Robber. Exile our graveyard. That's problematic this early on. Oh, we can play out the swamp. We're not going to be thirsting anything. I wonder if the other Wind Robber is important to play out here. I think potentially it is, but that sets us up to lose something, or to not be able to Anycog here. So probably not. Oh, the Anycog is going to be gone next turn anyway. Ugh, that's brutal. We're going to know our hand. No! We can't represent anything, because he knows what we have. He's looking really hard at the Anycog and the Bloodchief's Thirst. Removes the Anycog, even though we aren't representing it. Interesting. Opts to Extinction Event our Wind Robbers. Very interesting. He's only on 3. On 2. He's very much like blue-black control. Splash of white. I wonder what that white's for. Just gonna draw a card. I suppose we could have done that at the end of our turn. We got the Drown in the Lock now, nice. Oh! We just got by ourselves. Doom Foretold? Sure. Discard a card. Well, we're not going to be using the Bloodchief's Thirst this turn. And sure, you can make a knight. He's on 5. We need him to be on 7. So we're going to need to continue to hold that Drown the Lock. The Awakening probably isn't going to do anything this turn, especially since he knows we have it. So we can just play that out. I think that was an incorrect way to play out the Doom Foretold. Earth and Nullities, probably just to draw planes. Okay. Treacherous Blessing. Tapped out for that. 5. If I counterspell this, he goes to 6, which is still not enough. But he gets 3 cards if I don't. I don't want him drawing 3 cards. Maybe I do, actually. Maybe that's the way I win. Maybe I shouldn't have countered that at all. But he's out of gas and can't represent a counterspell. I can play out a Wind Robber. Can't sack it. That's somewhat problematic. Now he knows that I don't have a counterspell because that resolves so quickly. No point in trying to bluff, I guess. Perhaps a slight misplay there. I don't know. Oh yeah, he's got the casket. We have no way to really do anything about that. That kind of sucks. But still not a game yet. I'm playing too quickly here. We certainly need a way to get back in this game. If he's got a counterspell, I think that's probably just game. sort of turns us off of being able to get back in here. Main deck Mystical Dispute is, I think, a little bit greedy. Another Mystical Dispute isn't quite enough. He needs more. Okay, he's just representing lethal. We're gonna go ahead and represent a Ruin Crab. Means we live at 2. Well, Lurrus, we don't really have any way to claw back into this, I don't think. Alright, do we have anything in our graveyard? Just the Wind Robber. Everything else has been exiled. We're looking at 1 Wind Robber, Lurrus. Go to 2. Yorian. We can anti-cog that. Gives us a way to potentially claw back into this game. Triumph isn't quite good enough. Thought Thief. I don't think that's quite good enough, is it? Play the Thought Thief. We can thirst that. Block 2. Yeah, Thought Thief is potentially good enough. Just runs main deck Yorians. Problematic. Technically keeps us alive. Wonder if he's got main deck Yorian number 2. Or if he's just going to activate the Crawling Barrens. That'd be problematic as well. Dance of the Mats. Shoot. Nope, never getting there. Ugh. I hate that card. Well, we didn't play our best game there. We were getting a bit impatient, I think. Okay. Well, that's Series 1 today. I'm a bit fried from it, to be honest with you, so might do a little bit off stream. Yep. Catch you guys later. Adios.